Welcome, my clashing friends. It is your host, Galadon. You are watching Clash of Clans Attacks, where today the Galatrap 3.0 gets modified. Yes, we are going anti-air. I noticed that I'm getting hit with air attacks about 80% of the time, so I figured, what the heck, let's give it a try. Let's slightly move things around. So here is the anti-air Galatrap 3.0. Of course, the Expos are set to air and ground. The Infernos are set to multi. That is key right there. The rest of it, I moved two of the Teslas up towards the top. You can see all of my skeleton traps are now set to air as well and focused towards the very top of the base. I have most of my air bombs right at the top, trying to get those groups of balloons that come in from the very top of your screen. Air mines set together, trying to do a massive amount of damage to any lava hounds that move in. And then here at the bottom of the village, a bunch of big bombs, spring traps, little bombs as well, and of course two of the Teslas. The idea here being that if they're going for that safety 1-star, if maybe I stop their air attack and they're coming in with the heroes down there, hopefully I can stop them from grabbing that star for 50%. And in the clan castle right now, I like the Lava Hound. It is kind of hit and miss, but it has been effective more than once on recent occasions. So we're going to get right into the replays here. Again, I'm not winning all the time, probably maybe closer to 50% of the time against air attacks, but that is pretty good. So right here, you see the Lava Hounds moving in from the air attack. Right away, my Lava Hound goes to work. Skeleton traps as well, the bombs, the mines also, and now you can see the Lava Hounds are going down on the offending side, and the balloons have kind of grouped together, and I think that may have something to do with where those gold storages and gold mines are. The balloons are always going to target defenses, and so those balloons grouped up, and that definitely hurt this attack. You can see another rage spell went off to the right, was not effective at all. Last rage spell enraging this big group of balloons, but we've got that Inferno Tower working hard as my queen just barely out of range, of effective range of helping out. But there we are, 24% damage, and only the heroes remain. And now you can tell that this attacker is sizing up the village, trying to decide where to drop the heroes to try to get that remaining 26%, but he has got a long road right here. He drops the king at the top right, and that may have not have been the best move. As you can see, he's taken a lot of damage relatively quickly. He is already forced to use the Iron Fist. The Barbarians moving in, and now the king is going through that wall, and that is just disaster. He's not going to go for those other structures. The queen dropped at the bottom, and you can see she already has to use her royal cloak just because of all those bombs and the Teslas there as well, and now she's stuck in one of those high hit point buildings, the elixir storage. My lone lava pup moving in to work on her. I was kind of hoping he'd survive, because if he did, I would get a full lava hound back, but here the queen moves in, takes out the gold storage, and just goes down in a heartbeat there. So much damage going on. 39%. I don't even get the 12-hour shield for 40% damage, and we are on to the next defense. So this replay took place a few days earlier actually, and you can see this attacker just brought two Lava Hounds. Right away, the skeleton traps going into action, as well as the bombs and the mines, and now the balloons, a very tight group, and that is bad news for any balloon attacker. You want to try to spread those balloons out, because splash damage is just going to wreak havoc on these balloons. Again, the Inferno Towers, the Wizard Towers going to work. Lots of damage. I've got ineffective clan castle troops this time, but it doesn't matter because the splash damage has eradicated these balloons. The last of the balloons on the left-hand side just about to get wiped out, and there as the last balloon goes down, 31% damage. And again, this attacker drops the heroes in at the bottom of the screen, and I was ready for this. Not only are the clan castle troops going to work, but we've got Teslas, we've got big bombs there as well. The king forced to use his ability, the queen as well, and it is not looking good. 40% damage, and now once again we see that same move, the queen moving up the bottom center, just getting wiped out by all of those ground defenses focused in that area. The last minions being placed, they are going to get a couple of these structures out of the way, but it is just not going to be enough to get to 50%, and this attacker is going to be left with a painful loss. So let's move on to another attack replay, and again we see just two Lava Hounds being deployed in the top right of the screen. Pretty widespread on the balloons, but as the balloons move in, look at the massive number of skeletons on balloons that come in to meet them, and that is going to be big trouble for that entire top group of balloons, some of them missing the rage spell, a dragon coming out of the clan castle. Now the main group of balloons heading closer and closer to the town hall, but now the queen has popped into action, as well as the far Inferno, not not being frozen, and that means bad news for most of the troops as they're starting to go down quickly now. You can see my Lava Hound from the clan castle has gone into action, and now he's going to go out and meet those minions. And you've got to love this little face-off here between the Lava Hound and the minions. So little damage being done by the minions, so many hit points for that Lava Hound. He is actually going to have time to take out all of these minions by himself, and that has definitely stopped them from doing more damage to the village. Finally, the attacker is going to drop some archers in to help out, and the Lava Hound still, just before he goes down, he's going to take out one more minion. And there's the last minion. Now the Lava Hound goes down, and of course we've got lava pups all over the place, and they're going to sprint into action on the other side of the screen where we can see the attacking king has already gone down. They will amass around the queen, cause her to have to use the royal cloak, and that is big trouble. The lightning spell does help out a little bit there, but again, the queen has just seen too much damage as she goes down, 47% damage. And only units left. Wall breakers, he tries to drop them up here. Great idea, but does not quite get through those last two structures. Really like that try with the wall breakers there. You can see damage to the camp and the elixir pump, but not quite enough to get another percentage point. So the Galatrap 3.0 anti-air is winning a few air defenses. Maybe there's some good fundamentals in there that can be applied to any base that is facing a lot of air attacks. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please do check out my other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and of course, I will see you guys again tomorrow with more full attacks.
Galadon, I'm a Lava Hound expert, and I'm coming for your base.